That was my song, All of My Help by Dr. Ricky Dillard on Get Up Mornings with Erica Campbell. I'm Ricky Dillard, your guest host of the day. And now I want to talk about the importance of the choir in church. And I know that through the pandemic and even before that, we saw choir music kind of challenged in church, and we are okay with the new moves of praise and worship. We are good with adding on to the genre, but I don't want to see the choir removed from the loft. It is biblical. Moses appointed the tribe of Levi as the servitude group of singers and musicians to work in the tabernacle. It's good to be in the choir. I think we should put the choirs back together. When you talk about choir, you see the singers are building relationships. They get sharpened, refined, trained vocally. You're in front of an audience that you are also showing your gifts and talents. Singers, musicians, officers are sharpened to lead. Pastors are birthed. Political leaders are birthed. The choir is a good place. Now put the choir back in the loft and let them sing on Sunday morning. It is to set the atmosphere for the presence of God and the word of the Lord. We look forward to the ABC selections. Even on Sunday mornings, we look forward to the choir gathering before and reviewing and putting on their robes and hugging and loving. This is what we miss. Bring back the choir. Bring back the choir. What you say, Griff? What you think? TJ?
I'm all the way down.
Yeah.
I just kind of got used to the praise and worship with the jeans and the whatever they want to wear.
The praise teams.
I like
We're going to dress
robe.
up to go meet the king. I'm sorry. We're not going to meet the king in jeans.
I've seen Ricky perform so many times, especially his new song, probably 3-4 times in the last year or so. And your choir you make people remember choirs immediately.
Extraordinary, yeah.
Man, I came from some of the greats. I mean, when I'm talking about having an opportunity to really touch them and be mentored by them, Dr. Maddie Moss Clark, whom I got to see for the first time in person, had heard her records before that, but in 1980, I got a chance to meet her and be in her class. And then in 1983, 84, I met Milton Bronson, who let me be a tenor. And I
was in her class, and in that documentary we saw, she was throwing shoes at people.
And she actually did it while in that class in 1980. I'll never forget it. I had heard stories.
Let me ask you a question, Ricky, because like at my church, I love praise and worship. I love the choir, and I like the praise team. But we only get the choir now on special Sundays. Do you think that less and less people are joining choirs, or why do you think a lot of churches are utilizing it? From my experience, are utilizing praise teams more now than ever?
I don't know. There came a wave of music and a sound that seemed to be so-called the sound of the church today, and I disagree. I think it's a sound that can be added, but to take away what we know about choirdom, what we know about the music, the sound of Pentecost or the sound of gospel, we still want that. We do want what the praise and worship is doing, but we don't want to kick off what we know, those songs, those hymns that we used to sing as a choir that moved our hearts through the struggle and pain of people who have gone through trials, and the songs of Zion brought them through. I don't want to miss out on that. I think we should keep it there.
And real quick, being the choir master, can you give choir directors out there some tips on the keys to making a good choir?
Well, choir masters, y'all got to be prepared when you get before your choir. Don't come before your choir talking about you're going to teach some songs and you don't know the songs yourself. You don't know the right parts. You don't know how to teach the right parts. The musicians ain't playing it right. They're not prepping themselves and preparing. No choir members wants to come to a rehearsal and you not prepared, and the music ain't right and the atmosphere ain't right, and you're not motivating, and you're not. Come on, no. You can't be a choir master and not motivate. You got to motivate the singers to want to be there and excite the music. The music has to be exciting and moving for their heart, and give them a message, something that they can sing and be a part of. So I compliment y'all who are here. Keep going.
Do you give dance lessons at your choir rehearsals?
He does this HBCU drum major back bend thing.
I know, that's what
that is awesome and dangerous.
Shout out to
I'm a
New G.
spirit of David. I'm a spirit of David.
Man, to be a member of New G, you got to be able
You
to
better
dance.
believe you got to dance and sing at the same time.
At
If
the
you're not
same
ready,
time.
you got to be able to blow it and sing it at the same time. Come on.
Ricky Dillard, the choir master, our special guest host this morning. Coming up, we got Joys and Concerns. Griff, you ready for Joys and Concerns?
I am, but back to that back bend HBCU. Every time.
Don't be
now.
mad.
Can dance.
Don't be
Every
mad.
time.
Don't be mad.
I mean,
Right.
dance for real, for real. Joys and
real.
Concerns up next. So get up mornings with Erica Campbell.
You're listening to Get Up. Mornings with Erica Campbell.